Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
This is Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are Lido Loca, and these are places you can sleep the night before your cruise. So, Jenny, I don't know if you know this, but before you go on a cruise, you have to sleep somewhere the night before.
Absolutely.
Oh, you knew that already?
Well, let's hope that you sleep the night before.
All right. Well, this is one thing we thought it would be fun to track down. And we did a little brainstorming, and we came up with 9 places that you can sleep on the night before your cruise. Now, I wouldn't have thought there were that many. I would challenge you guys to pause the video right now and see how many of the 9 you can guess before we go on. So we'll give you a second to pause. Here's the pause face. Okay, you guys back? Do you have your list of 8 or 9? How many did you get? We're going to go through them right now and see what you think. All right, Jenny, you want to tell us what number 1 is?
Number 1 is a hotel.
Now that one seems obvious, right?
Yeah.
All right, yes, you can definitely stay at a hotel. I think that is the way that most people do it. If you're traveling down to the cruise port, you can stay at a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, the hotel is kind of cool because a lot of them have the snooze and cruise, and you just park your car there and they shuttle you over.
Yeah, so hotels are probably the way that most people do, and so I think that's where you go to first. But there's other ways.
There are other ways.
All right, Jenny, what is number 2?
Airbnb.
What the heck is Airbnb?
So Airbnb is when people open up their homes or extra guest home and let you stay there for a reduced rate against a hotel.
Yeah, so I guess to demystify it a little bit, it works kind of like Uber. So Uber is a service where people can use their own car and you use an app and they'll come get you and drive you around. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. Airbnb is the same way. People can designate their whole house, a portion of their house, a rental property, and they can put up a number for how much you have to pay a night, and then there's all kinds of other things. I think a lot of people think it might just be a room in somebody's house, but there are Airbnbs which are completely, the owner's not there at all, so you can just like get an apartment or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. If you've never tried Airbnb, we've done it one time. We had the basement of someone's house, so we did have to interact with the person. I would like to, it wasn't bad, but I would like to try it where you don't have to interact with the person.
I agree.
If you've never tried Airbnb, we will leave a link in the description below with our reference code so that people know that we sent you to Airbnb. So check that out if you've never tried Airbnb. Mm-hmm. All right, Jenny. So where's another? I really I don't know how we're gonna get to 9. What is the 3rd place you can stay the night before the cruise?
At the airport.
At the airport?
Well, some people, if your cruise is taken off at, say you have to be at the port at 11 and your flight comes in at 3 o'clock in the morning, mm-hmm. I mean, just,
Yeah, why get a room, right?
Why get a room?
I was thinking about that. So we normally work as much as we can before the cruise. We get off at 5 o'clock every day.
Right.
And there are flights that leave at 7 or 8 o'clock and get somewhere at 11. Mm-hmm. So I guess at 11, I'm going to go get a hotel. But it's not a bad option if you can stay there in the airport for a few hours and maybe then go to the cruise port. I guess, have you ever slept at the airport? Leave a comment below.
Well, I mean, you could sleep. We could take shifts.
That's right. You watch the stuff and I'll sleep.
That's right.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jenny. What is the number 4 place you can sleep the night before your cruise?
A campground.
A campground.
Yeah, they're pretty reasonable, and they have showers there.
That's true. I guess you could probably rent a camping spot possibly cheaper than a hotel.
Yeah.
And if you're the kind of person that can pitch a tent, you can maybe, that's pretty wild, I never thought about it. Park at a campground the night before your cruise. All right, Jenny, from the campground, where do we go next? What is number 5?
Just sleep in your car.
In your car.
Sleep in a rest stop that's well lit.
Yeah.
You can sleep outside the port. They won't let you in.
That's pretty interesting. Do you think I guess it depends how long. I'm sure people have done it. Have you slept in your car the night before you went on a cruise? Leave a comment below. So I don't think I'm sleeping in a rest area. What's number 6?
Number 6 is a hostel.
A hostel? Do they even have that in the U.S.?
They do.
Yeah, so a hostel is, it's even a different level of Airbnb, but these are places where you can go rent a bed. like maybe just the bottom bunk of a bunk bed. Usually, I know it's a big thing in Europe for backpackers. It's a place where you can usually get a meal, and you can also just grab a bed. I'm not sure what the hostel scene looks like here in the U.S., but I guess if there's one near a port, you could. I can imagine. Could you imagine like taking the family? Hey, everybody,
we're here.
What about a hostel? Wow, that's pretty interesting. All right, and so number 7 is
family and friends.
Now this one makes more sense to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why not? So if you have somebody that lives in the cruise city, yeah, definitely. All right, Jenny. So we couldn't get a room at Uncle Fred's. So what's another option for us? What's number 8?
Well, some people take a train to the port. So sleep on the train.
That is pretty interesting. I looked at Amtrak from Charlotte down to Miami, and it's like a 26-hour trip, arriving in the morning of the cruise. So yeah, I can imagine the night before the cruise being asleep on the rail.
That's right, sleep on the rail.
I just didn't think there were going to be 8 ways. But we do have one more.
We do have one more.
All right, Jenny, what is the number 9 place you can sleep the night before your cruise?
If you're lucky enough to be within driving distance the morning of, just staying in your own bed at home.
That does seem like the best. I think that's probably the most, people talk about moving to Florida, and, I like Florida, but thinking about moving down there, like, oh, it's hot, that kind of thing. But the one thing that really makes me excited about moving to Florida is to be driving distance to cruise ports.
Absolutely.
We have one close to us, but we can't seem to find a reasonably priced cruise. So.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, there are 9 places that you can sleep the night before your cruise. How did you guys do? Did anybody get all 9? Are there some that we didn't think about? Leave a comment below. Let us know how you did and what you think.
Well, it's really interesting, right? Because sometimes, work, you can't get off of work, so you have to jump in that car and you have to drive to the port straight through.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you're not going to get there till 4 o'clock in the morning. So why rent a hotel? That kind of is a waste, but I don't know.
You got to get creative with it. But stay safe. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Don't do anything crazy. Well, cool. That's interesting. It's something I never thought of. Again, if you like this kind of information, if you like these kind of videos, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see all the new content. And there's a lot of old content out there too. Cruise tips, cruise vlogs, all kinds of silliness. Go check out the Lido Loca.
You're silly.
You are. Go check out the Lido Loca YouTube channel on YouTube. That's why they call it YouTube channel.
That's right.
And if you want to join the conversation, meet a lot of other like-minded cruisers, come on over to Facebook to the Lido Loca cruising community. And of course, you can follow us on all of our social media. I think we have about 1,000.
We do. We have Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest.
It's not 1,000. But those are good. Look for Lido Loca over there, and we post all of our videos over there and have a lot of fun. So. Jenny, now I don't know where we haven't booked a room for our next cruise yet,
No.
So I don't really know where we're sleeping the night before, but now I got options.
Yeah, well, and you know what? We have a lot of friends going on that cruise.
I need to go look up hostels.
Oh, you're going to stay there by yourself.
All right, guys, well, we appreciate you tracking along with us. Again, my name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are Lido Loca, and until the next time.
We'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.